Hi, it's PegandDes
on Princess's Long Island.
So, I want to start with my girl, Erica.
Okay.
Because I think she has a drinking problem. I also think she has a drug problem. But I think her friends and that misintervention they did was like really, it was kind of ridiculous, to be honest.
I've never seen such a poorly constructed set of ideas come together in that intervention. First of all, I like the actual show Intervention, and it's an excellent show, and it actually is about real interventions for people with real drug problems, and they have real interventionists. Right. These girls are just a mess. The first thing is, why would you send someone to an intervention who vehemently hates the person that they are intervening upon?
Kept throwing these little barbs at her.
People die in bathtubs. What are you talking about?
She used the opportunity to basically diss this girl over and over and over again. And she's not a friend. What are you doing there? Why are you
not
intervening?
Even close. Not even close.
You actually actively hate the girl.
Yes.
First of all, how old are these girls now? 27? This thing happened in high school when they were 16.
The cheating.
The cheating.
So Erica cheating on Erica cheating with Casey's boyfriend, and Casey not being able to go to prom.
Hot guy from Jericho. Dude ditched her.
Jericho.
Dude ditched her. I loved it when Erica referenced that she bought her prom dress and everything. I was like, damn, really? So Casey is still very, very, very bitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's her.
Ooh, mother is bitter. Ooh, she is so bitter.
This has ruined relationships for her. She can't trust anyone. It's been 10 years, Casey. Get over it.
Her whole thing is, what happened to me is reminiscent of what my father did to my mother, because her father stepped out, left her mom for another woman. But the thing is women in your family are clearly leavable. So it might be a good idea for you to improve your attitude if you don't want to find yourself by yourself.
I also don't think that you can compare a 16-year-old's high school relationship to a marriage. I'm sorry. I mean, I get the parallels possibly that you can see. However, I think that Casey's crazy. And the fact that she wanted to go over there and all this big talk before then, she was like, oh, she better listen to me or I'm going to be pissed.
Right, that's the number one rule of an intervention. That's what you're not supposed to do. According to the people on the real intervention show, that's what you're not supposed to do. You are not supposed to go into the intervention getting hot because the person isn't listening to the fact that you want them off PCP. Sorry.
Look, Erica looks like she's completely fine with her coke problem. She does not need your help.
I love how we gave her a coke problem. No one specifically identified that it was coke, but I love how we gave her one based on her behavior.
She took an Adderall. Give me a break. That's
no, and my favorite is like the head thing that happens in the camera, like when she's in front of the it's this twitching thing.
The other thing I love about Erica is that she has who I think a hot boyfriend who she clearly does not give a shit about.
She don't want him like I don't want herpes. Lord have mercy, she don't want him. Ooh.
I felt so bad for him when they were sitting by that lake or wherever they were.
She was like, hold on, my favorite. She was like dead in his face.
He's like pouring out his heart to this woman. He's like telling her how he's nervous about her.
I don't know what I want.
Talking to other guys, then texting her. She's like, I'm a pretty girl. I'm pretty. She's so pretty. And he's like, well, I am not comfortable with the fact that guys are texting you.
How about he told a little girl we need to slow down in life? He was like, we need to stop drinking so much. We need to be a real adult couple. You know, I'm ready to settle down. We're approaching our 30s. He was giving me full baby face at the altar. I was like, good grief. This is what every mature woman dreams of. But you're sitting in front of a bird. No. Squawk, squawk. She is not interested. She's not there. No. She doesn't want it. No. She wants her Adderall.
No, she wants Adderall. I say she has coke problem. I don't care what anybody tells me. She wants to flirt with guys in clubs. She still thinks she's young. She's not.
Well, she is young. I mean, she is in her late 20s, but her behavior is not reflective of a young woman in her late 20s.
I used to live like these girls. I used to party, go to clubs, have a great time. I was 22. These bitches are approaching 30. Get it together. Get it together. Okay? And another one who needs to get it together is Joey. Her father straight up told her, what are you doing? Are you ever going to make some money in your life?
Wait a minute. Who's going to be accepted to the Y Combinator Accelerator program first? Kiss-A-Man or Kiss-A-Man?
I mean, I'm going to get to Amanda because that rag she's calling a business, I was like perturbed.
Okay, we're going to table that because that owns the discussion.
I'm going to come back to her. Pops was like, look, straight up, you need to get up out my house.
Her point was it takes 3 to 5 years for a startup. But my question for her was, because what I thought was interesting, she said, is what I'm doing better than earning a college degree? And then I said, well, wait a minute.
I know, I was shocked about that.
Hold on. You're 29 now, young girl. You've been working on Kiss-A-Man for 2 years. What you been doing between 18 and 27? Where do those 9 years lie?
I don't know. She's like, you want me to go get a job as a secretary? I was like, yeah. Yes. Her dad basically said that too.
Get your admin assistant on.
First of all, here's the thing. If the girl was starting a baby Facebook, I'd be in her back. She's starting a lip balm and a breath spray. Or breath drops, I'm sorry.
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean,
look, I'm sorry. I really don't buy that. Look, like, okay, if you watch Shark Tank, which I don't think you do.
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I love Shark Tank.
So you got Kevin.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Kevin says, if you're successful, what makes your business unique? What's going to stop a big company from crushing you like a bug as soon as that thing blows up? And the answer for Kiss-A-Man is nothing.
But can that be said about a lot of businesses, though? I mean, about a lot of ideas that people put to market about having duplicates and replicas, the whole concept of a patent and...
But she has no patent. She has nothing unique about it. It's literally a lip balm and some breath drops. Like Kevin says, if that thing blows up for some odd reason, which, I don't know, maybe Long Island girls are, get ready for the big, kisseroo. They're going to do all that. If it blows up, you got chapstick in one corner. You got Wrigley's in another. They're going to come out with that.
I was actually thinking that the way for her to hustle her product is not to try to send it to market itself, but to get a big box supplier of comparable products to purchase her product from her, to buy that product. Because, I mean, you have all different kinds of breath mint lines, you have all different kinds of chapstick lines. I don't know that I've actually seen a 2-in-1. So maybe someone would be interested in it.
I don't need to buy it from her. I could just copy it. She has no patent on the product. There's nothing unique about her product. And that's business 101. If there's nothing unique about the product, you can be crushed like a bug. So she's wasting her time. She's living rent free. Her father's about to kick her out the house. I hope she's ready to go get a secretary job.
I thought her father was going to push her off that boat.
Yeah, he really was.
That boat is looking hella small. He is going in on a boat.
Yeah, he's not the loving, doting father that, let's say, Ashley's dad is, where she calls him up and goes, can I spend $5,300 on some shoes?
Hold on. All right, let us pause for a moment of silence for Ashley's father's manhood, because I'm just wondering, at what point? Did it start when you married her mother? Did it happen when the daughter was born? Did this evolve over time? I have never seen. I mean, granted, it's one thing to love your child, but it's another to serve as a servant to your child. That girl doesn't even get up to pick up things for herself. She'll sit on the couch and
Daddy,
say,
can you go get my brush? It's on the second drawer. It's in the second drawer behind the panties.
And here he comes to the top of the stairs. I got these 4. Which 4 do you need? I got these 4, honey. Which one? You want the one with the bristles?
I wish my dad was like. I wish my father.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. Between the spending, the high maintenance run fetch me activity, the carry me out of the salon. Remember when she asked the Asian man to carry her out of the salon?
That was awesome. She couldn't even wear flats to the car.
Yeah.
She doesn't do. I don't do flats
under any circumstance.
I don't do them. So yeah, man put on his back.
But her father and her mother clearly have a deep desire for her to get married. And her father made a comment which she did not acknowledge, but he goes, I want to get you off the payroll. And,
Right.
But the thing is that what value could Ashley contribute to a relationship beyond some vajayge and a bubbly personality? Because it doesn't seem like she does anything for herself. So how is she able?
Listen, you misunderstand. She's not looking for a life where she has to contribute a lot to the marriage. She's gonna have a maid. She's gonna have servants. She's not gonna clean and cook and run that house. Remember when she called her father and said, "Look, Dad, I'm making the bed. Isn't that awesome?" Like, I called my dad and told him that when I was 5 years old. At 30, my father would be like, "Why is this damn bed not made? What the hell are you doing in here?"
My mother would be like, "Make mine too." Shoot.
Exactly. But the fact that she thought that that was enough to call her father shows you that she's not looking for a life where you're going to have to...
So here's the thing. She is looking for a very specific type of man with a very specific type of money to afford her a specific lifestyle.
Yeah, she is.
I don't know that how she is navigating the dating scene is the move to make that happen.
Well, here's the thing. Again, this is another girl who's acting like she's 22. I'm all for have fun, go out, look at good-looking guys, ask good-looking guys out. You don't have to find a husband right away. But this is, at 22, you have time. This girl's 29. She turned 30. It's time for you to get on that 10-years old husband plan right now, because your expiration date is passing very, very quickly.
Especially considering what she wants, right? So this isn't, because I can imagine someone would say, well, are you saying that after 30 a woman is just no good for marriage? But considering that is not true.
I'm just kidding.
It's not true. But what you're saying is, in the context of what she wants and the kind of life she wants to live and what she has to offer the world, she does need to get on her grind, because her value is just in how she looks. That's it.
To be fair, well, there's not a lot of value there.
And maybe some personality, because as we just determined, she can't bring anything else to the table.
She's kind of reminiscent of a garden gnome. I don't know how much she's bringing.
Not a garden gnome. Not a garden gnome.
Value there, but to her credit, she tried to arrange a trip to a Jewish singles camp, which I was like, wow, singles camp, that sounds kind of cool. Anyway.
I did too. I was actually wondering why they don't have those for black people.
Hey.
Somebody needs to let the black committee know about that.
Hey, listen, we might want to head up to the Jewish single camp. They allow conversions. Anyway, I'm just saying. So she is trying to kind of steer her way towards the, Jewish guys.
But she is looking for a very specific type of arrangement.
Right.
Like, I just don't feel like the way she is moving about the space is the right way to get the man that she's interested in. Especially that whole bit about when they were in the Hamptons and she called her father while dude was sitting next to her. Remember that guy was interested in her?
Yeah.
And she called her father.
Well,
she was
kind of like hitting on him. I don't know that he was really all that.
Excuse me, yes, she was interested in him, but then Joey's point was that's not how you get dudes.
Right.
Like, this is not dude getting behavior, young lady. Right. And then she decided to argue with Joey, further moving herself down that this is not dude.
I will say I love that dude, because Joey was like, "Are you scaring him?" And then and Amanda said, "Are you scared?" Or Ashley, sorry, said to him, "Are you scared?" And he goes, "Do I look scared?"
Well, what else was he supposed to say?
I was like,
powering my boots from the garden gnome. You're scaring the bejesus out of me, garden gnome. Like, what was he supposed to say?
I think that what Ashley needs to do is what Amanda did. She got herself exactly what Ashley's looking for, right? An older dude.
Yes.
He's about 10 years older.
Yes.
Seems to be establishing some sort of a career, although his career seems to be running around watching what's-her-face trying some bikinis. And first of all, that scene with the mother and the daughter trying on bikinis for this dude, I mean, I was really ready for a threesome to happen. Like, that just seemed rife for some sort of mother-daughter action.
Her mother is fly, right? So her mom has her store and she's got a nice body and she's got great clothes. But there's something desperate about her mother, in the sense that her mom is using her daughter's boyfriend as like an auxiliary boyfriend. The way she asks for compliments, and she does it in a joking fashion, but there is an underlying, I'm not joking, I really want these compliments from you. So she's asking for compliments. Can I come along? What are you guys doing this evening? I want to hang out. It just feels so thirsty. She's a thirsty lady.
She's living vicariously through her daughter. She's not the first. She won't be the last.
Certainly.
It is difficult to watch. So.
But I'm just thinking, like, Mom, you know, you have 2 grown daughters. I mean, the 19-year-old, but I mean, you have 2 grown daughters. You have a nice body. You have a career for yourself. You have a home. You look established. Get out on the track and find yourself a decent man. Come on,
listen,
now.
she went to Body English. What do you want from her? She was there.
Really?
She was.
Really?
You saw the old dudes that like were like, "Hey, what's up?" I forgot the mom's name, but they were like, "Hey, what's up?" And she was like, "What up?" Like she knew all of them. I think she's already. I think the problem is mom's already cut a swath through a men of a certain age in her area, and so you know she's kind of running out of men.
It's okay because I still want to talk about the sleeve.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so when Amanda introduced that sleeve that goes on the outside of the drapes, I could not. Well, first of all, when she said, "This is my business," I thought that she had actually just taken spare material from dresses that she was making and had wrapped it around a cup. I thought Bravo was confused and had put the camera on the wrong thing. I was waiting for her to show a dress line.
But see, no, so Bravo actually was very smart. They showed you that little rinky-dink sewing machine that she had in the corner to prove that she actually is sewing these herself. This is actually her business and her product. And I'm like, where are you buying your coffee that you have to hide it like that? I mean, are you, like, what is so horrible about a Starbucks cup? That
she
it must
said that
be
the
in
average person, I think she's talking about cold drinks mostly, and she was saying that the average person uses 5 napkins to hold a drink.
I mean, who?
And that is,
and
her move is more economical, or excuse me, more environmental.
Okay, first of all, I went to that rinky-dink website she has, and
you went to the website?
I did, and those rags cost $19.99. Okay,
shut up.
I will take a free napkin or 5 if I want to from Starbucks,
$19.99?
rather than carry around that soggy rag. Because as soon as I put a drink in condensation, it's gonna get all soggy.
Right, because it has no lining. It doesn't. You know how some
Right.
drink sleeves have like the lining to absorb the condensation, so your hand doesn't get wet on the outside.
Right.
This is just material with some elastic, so it's gonna get wet like anything else.
Right.
But the thing that I could not understand about the whole plan is she's actually marketing this thing. She's having a launch party sometime next week. I'm just like, does the average person walk around with a drink carrying tool? Because
I don't.
Presumably,
do you have something?
I mean, I always have my kinky sleeve in my back pocket. I just don't.
Don't market that crap.
I just don't understand it. And so I think between Kiss-A-Mint and kinky, whatever, I feel like
I will go with
Kiss-A-Mint,
but I still think they're gonna be squashed like a bug as
But you picked the most cynical shark. I feel like Lori might join the Kiss-A-Mint movement.
No. I mean, Kevin tells it how it is. He is Mr. Wonderful. He knows what he's talking about. He will tell that girl a heartbeat. I think she should apply to Shark Tank because she clearly needs funding. Her father is done with her. Oh, okay, we haven't talked about Chanel. Now,
yes.
I like Chanel. She's the only one of these girls that I think would actually be fun to hang with.
Yes.
She seems relatively normal.
Yes.
She wants her friends to get along.
And I think she's a great sense of humor. Do you remember when she was in the mirror and they were getting dressed to go out and she's like, "I got the cocoa booty." The cocoa booty. I think she's really funny. And I also love how I don't want to say staunch on tradition she is, but I love that she is just very unapologetic about maintaining her Jewish traditions wherever, whenever.
Well, I will say, I talked to a young man who is Jewish yesterday. And
is he about to blow some holes through this?
No. I asked him about the whole business where she was gonna go to Erica's house. They had some hot dogs. They were like, "Are they kosher? We don't know. Whatever. Put it out there. Tell her it's kosher." He was like, "Listen, if this girl was a seriously kosher girl, she wouldn't even go to that party, or she wouldn't eat anything, because you can't take that kind of risk if you're kosher." So I think Chanel maybe. He also made quite a bit of fun of that Shabbat dinner. He was like, please do not think that that is how Shabbat dinner goes.
Well, I mean, every Shabbat dinner is complete with arguing over what happened 10 years ago. I mean, clearly it wasn't a traditional Shabbat dinner. It was in the Hamptons. They had the chef. People are fighting at the table, getting up and running out, having arguments in the courtyard. Manischewitz! I mean, it was clearly not the essence of a Shabbat dinner. So I know that we can't judge Chanel on that.
As a total aside, my parents love Manischewitz, and that was the one at our table on holidays. I'm not kidding. It's completely serious.
Manischewitz?
Manischewitz was the one on our table at holidays. Absolutely.
I just appreciate that Chanel is just rocking with what her parents taught her, and that's just who she is, and I enjoy it. And like you said, of all the girls on the show, she could ride out with me on a weekend. I'd enjoy her a lot.
Yeah. I do feel badly for her that her 24-year-old sister is getting married before she is. That seems
I have a 22-year-old brother who's getting married in August. Welcome to the club, girl.
Well, that seems fraught with misery for her, but she's just going to have to keep going. Well, she does have that crappy ex-boyfriend who's kind of hanging around. I don't really know what he's saying.
Oh my God. Okay. We really need to wrap this up, but here's what I need to say about our dude. Why are you in the driveway calling the house phone talking about I'm outside? Why are you outside? Who invited you over here? You popped up because you know I'm not speaking to you. Why are you popping up? And then after a dramatic pop-up, I get in the car and you still have nothing to say.
Nothing.
Nothing to say. If you are going to insert yourself into my life in an uninvited fashion, the least you can do is come in and have something real to say.
I couldn't quite understand why he was there. Was he trying to... He was upset about the fact that she blocked him? Was he trying to renew their friendship? Was he wanting to get back together? It wasn't very clear.
It was a mess. It was a mess. He's a mess. And I like Chanel a lot. And Chanel needs to beat her feet. Get back on the track, just like Amanda's mama. All right. That is our show for today. Bye.
Bye.